beautiful day, happy Sunday, and my name is Amakai Adiola. You're welcome to my creative corner. Yeah. And I think I'm loving this two chord progression. It sounds beautiful, and probably we're going to do something with this chord today. You know, as a believer, as a Christian, inside of us is the springing water of life, and it keeps springing in us, you know. So we shouldn't be afraid of, letting out this water and letting it saturate us, flowing through us, through the world around us. And that's why we have this creative corner. It's going to be raw. It's going to be something new and something different, something that I haven't even imagined. It's going to be a new song today with a new lyrics, something from the deep. Yeah. So thank you very much for joining. And if this is the first time joining this channel, please click on the subscribe button, and please, I beg you, try and share our videos and let other people enjoy it too. Thank you so much. Yeah. So let's get to business today. I said I love these two chords. My fret is on the third. My capo is on the third fret, and the chord shape I'm playing is the A minor. Is it A minor? A minor and what's this? This should be E. Yeah, E. A minor and E. Okay, that two chords is what we're using today to create a beautiful song, a beautiful symphony. Okay, let me just do a little freestyle and see where exactly. Let me try and see what. Okay, let's start from here. I'm a child of God and I'm enjoying God. God is so good, is so wonderful to me, and I don't think I want to lose this opportunity. I want to lose this great privilege of being in God. So, what do I choose? I choose to remain in God, no matter what. Wow, I remain in God. I think let's do a song on I remain in God. Yeah, I remain in God. No, I remain in God. I remain in God. That sounds beautiful. I remain in God. Okay, let's see. I remain in you. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I remain in you. I remain in you. So let's get to business today, and I'm not going to write anything down. I'm not using pen. It's going to be raw, and I've gotten the title of the song, which is I Remain in You. So it should flow from my experiences and from how much I know who God is and how He has been good to me, and reason why I don't want to leave Him. I think this is very important as believers, and we should remind ourselves of who we are, remind ourselves of what we're enjoying, so that we will never think about leaving God. So much important. So let's start right now. So what I'm going to do is, let me see the arrangement of the song. We're going to do a lot of fast forward in this video, so please don't be annoyed, because we're going to spend all day today. And okay, let's have this finger picking pattern for the intro. So intro with the chorus, I remain in you, 4 times, right? Let me just try something. I think I'm recording, so. Wow, this sounds so beautiful. And so what what I'm going to do now, the next thing is to start voicing. We're going to start voicing. I remain in you. I remain in you. I remain in you. I remain in you. Okay. 1, 2, go. When God created man, He put him for Eden, so that he go to enjoy everything He done created. But snake he come, make and lose his greatness. This concern him out from everything he can't suffer. But me I say son, I don't realize. Me I don't come back. Thank God for Christ, we die for me. He can't restore me back. Now in Christ, me alright. Now in Christ, me there forever. I go there rejoice. I remain in you. I remain in you, Jesus more. I remain in you. I remain. I remain. I remain. I remain in you. Remain. I did remain. Okay. Because in Christ I day, I get no worries, I shed no tears, I get no pain. In Christ that I day, I am so happy. No judge more, I am me. I'm fulfilling destiny, yeah. I'm fulfilling destinies, yeah. I remain in you. Okay, it's a beautiful session today, and it's important we talk about this topic. I remain in you, and what make us stay in God. What are those things that will help our staying in God? And this reminds me of the book of Judges. I learned something from it, and before the book of Judges, we've learned about how the Israelites, left Egypt. They went through the wilderness and how they had a very stressful years, and they got to this promised land God has promised Abraham. And it happened that God told them to to drive out all the inhabitants of Canaan, all the Canaanites, drive them out of that land, because you own that land. But the Israelites failed to, do that. They failed to listen to what God told them to do, and they choose to live with the Canaanites. The day you left the world and you choose Christ, there's some Canaanite in you that God wanted you to chase away from your heart. There's some addiction. There's some things you're used to. There's some circle of friends that you're used to that God wanted you to set away and, tell them, let them go away from you. But you fail to let them go. You might say those things are not sins. It's not bad to live with Canaanites. I didn't know humans. God knows why He asked you to leave them. So it's the same thing applies to you. And the failure of Israelites to drive out this Canaanite results into corruption. They were corrupted. They're actually doing things that God never instructed them to do. What is against God's will? And because of this, God chastised them. The chastisement is not to suffer them. It's not to discipline them. No. It's to make them understand that they are going too far from God's protection. They are going too far from God's grace. And they need to return. So when God chastised them and they have been destroyed, and they return to God. And God is so merciful and loving that He received them back. He always received them back. And when God received them back, He gave them judges to rule over them. He gave them Othniel, that's the first judge. Then after a time, they still went back to that sin. They went back to disobeying God. And the same thing happened to them. They were chastised again. They were led to captivity. And the same thing happened to them. They discovered their mistake because of the suffering. They cried to God, and God heard them and gave them Ehud. Yeah, Ehud. He gave them Ehud. Ehud judged for a time, and the same circle he gave them Deborah. So what I'm trying to say, what I mean is that, and first of all, recognize the Canaanites in your life right now and chase them away. Is it a circle of friends that you're living with, you're doing everything with? Is it that addiction to the pornographic site that you watch every time that pollutes your minds and leads you to a lot of masturbation and all that? Is it name it? There are a lot of things that we do that God don't want us to do. Most time, those things are not directly sin, but they lead us to sin. Send them out of your life. And those things helps you to remain in God. I once used this analogy, and I said, grace is like a city. And we can choose to stay in that city. We can choose to go out of that city. It's our choice. It's beautiful that God gave us the power to choose. And Adam chose to eat the fruits. If not, he wouldn't have been sent out of the garden. So it's our choice. We can decide not to yield to temptation. We can decide not to let the devil take advantage of us. It's our choice. And the beautiful thing is that God is able to strengthen our choice. He's able to strengthen your choice. When you are choosing the right thing, God will strengthen you to do that right thing. Just make that choice that, God, I'm doing your will. God, I'm not going to masturbate again. I'm not going to sin. I'm not going to watch those pornography. I'm not going to visit those sites. I'm not going to... Some foolish calls we make these days. It's like this. We youths, we make some foolish and stupid calls these days that we don't need to do. We need to stay away from them. Though they are not sin, we might call them as not sin, but with time, there's a way they graduate into a lot of immoralities, and we need to stay clear from those things, stay away from them, put them out, and we enjoy ourselves in God. So, the same way, if we've mistakenly gone out of God, mistakenly gone out of grace, we can still come back to God. We can still come to God, and God is ready to help us. And there's another thing I want to say before I leave is, so many times we face a lot of challenges, and it's just the best time for us to reflect and see what is wrong with us. It's impossible for God to allow evil to happen to us if it is not to strengthen us, if it's not a mechanism God wants to use to build us up. If it's bringing us down, then we need to realize and check our life and see if we're doing something wrong. So if we are suffering for something, you should know that. You should try and reflect and see, what have you done wrong? What should you do right? And this will help you to check your lives and stay back in track and stay in God and remain in God. Have a wonderful time. My name is Amokai Adiola. Please do well to subscribe and do well to click on the bell button, and please share this video. If you like this video, please do well to comment, say something. Thank you so much.